Yeah. If you like this style of intro and you want to see more, give it a thumbs up.
Question here from the Durianrider coaching group at Durianrider.com. If you're interested in that, go have a look at Durianrider.com. Every single question you got, whether it's your relationship, fitness, weight loss, YouTube, finance, world travel, whatever you've got a direct question to me. We dive deep into the answers, and I keep answering the question until you've got it answered. All right, so it's a fantastic group. It's full of supportive crew. It's Durianrider.com, and it's the best information out there. I can't think of a single Tony Robbins or anyone else. I'm giving better real world advice. Those guys are great teachers. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that I've got the whole package here, the whole holistic lifestyle. Whatever you're into, we can get it going. Enhanced. This is a question from the coaching group. Nick asks, I was wondering if you had a couple of key points on longevity in the sport, specifically CX racing. Obviously the carb protocol, but what else in terms of mental discipline and dealing with setbacks and achieving goals? Thanks, Harley. Let me get some water. I'll jump right back. Always drink before you're thirsty. Carb before you're hungry. Huge tip, motivation, hydration. As soon as you get dehydrated, your blood plasma drops, your mood drops, your temperature, your aldosterone levels, everything's going out of whack. And your motivation's going to drop. You know, if you don't get enough carbohydrate, your motivation drops, your serotonin, your dopamine, or your hormones just start to cascade down in a negative way. Motivation drops. Sleep. All right? Sleep, water, sugar. It's the three pillars I talk about. The reason why I'm so fit at age almost 44 is because I look after three things. Sleep, water, sugar. They're the primary things. And I've done steroids and stims and all sorts of stuff over the years. I'm a man of the world. I'm a man of experiences, of transparent experience when it comes to physiological enhancements, right? Both of the synthetic origin or the natty versions. And nothing rivals sleep, water, sugar. That's everything. That's everything, all right? That's the foundation. Because you can be so motivated, have drive and goals and financial pressure or sponsor pressure or family or peer group pressure, etc. Expectation of your peer group, that's huge. But if you don't have enough sleep, water, sugar, your foundation, you're putting all this weight of expectation on a foundation that's like a wafer thin. Wafer thin, you know what I mean? Wafer thin. You know, it's just crushing straight through that. So the thicker your foundation of sleep, water, and sugar, the thickness. A lot of people don't understand how important sleep, water, sugar is. So their foundation is really thin, and you start to whack on some life experience on top of that, and just crumbles apart. People crack, they break down, they get glandular fever, they give up, or they cry, or they're sitting on the sideline. Oh my god, because their sleep, water, sugar just keeps getting crushed. You put this weight on this foundation, it keeps getting crushed. It's like building a house on top of mud. You know, you got to have that big, thick slab of concrete, wide and thick and girthy, and just saturate that. So when you put the weight on there, that mud of society and self-doubt doesn't get affected because your foundation is thick. So sleep, water, sugar, that's the main one. That's how I stay motivated, all right? You can use stims and steroids and financial stuff, all that stuff, and you know, and they're very important. But again, you won't have longevity. How many people out there have burnt out on stims and steroids and family expectation pressure? Many, most, if not all of them. You know, and in the ones who don't burn out, they feel burnt out. Burning out and feeling burnout are two different things. You might be achieving your goals, getting things, getting money, getting fame, getting pussy, whatever, but you're not feeling the best, you know? And then you start chasing more external stuff to feel the internal validation, which you can just give yourself. You know, so people walk around the successful life feeling burnt out, feeling not much connection with those around them or whoever. It's like, you just hang around me because I'm good looking or because I got fame or money or whatever. And they just feel burnt out because they're not connecting with their true purpose in life. You know, serving humanity, serving the planet, serving the animals, being a steward of the planet, as woo-woo as that sounds. And so, for me, that's how I stay motivated. You know, that's how I stay motivated, is sleep, water, sugar, all right, the foundation. And then on top of that, I enjoy spreading the vegan lifestyle. You know, I enjoy being a vegan ambassador, a vegan trainer, a vegan coach, a vegan troll, a vegan comedian. I enjoy showing people the benefit of eating plants, plant-based diet, vegan diet, vegetarian, whatever you want to call it. I really enjoy that. When I travel the world and I see the environmental destruction going on out there, I'm just like, man, I've got to do something, you know? That's my motivation. It keeps me up late at night, keeps me up early in the morning. I mean, up at 4 or 5 a.m. sometimes, just buzzing without any stims in me, just buzzing to go and contribute and do something, catch up on some posts or, you know, create some content. I'm just like, got to get there and do stuff, you know? And that's that purpose you have, you know? And so that's what keeps me driven. That's what keeps me motivated, right? Because you can give people stims and steroids and money and whatever, and it'll be motivate some people, but they'll be like, I need the steroids and the stims and the money, because if you take those away, I just don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Because they're not coming from a place of purpose. Right? You want to have purpose, internal. And if you take anything or whatever, that just enhances that internal purpose. And you got that foundation of sleep, water, sugar. You are a warrior or a warrioress. You are just unconquerable, invictus. Nothing's going to stop you. Even if you die, your legacy lives on. You know, just keeps going. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're going for. And the world, man, we've got some I don't know if you've been paying attention, people. This world's collapsing at an alarming rate. The environment, the animals, humanity, society, pollution. There's so many things we can work on. And that gives you motivation to get out there and do stuff. So for me, to answer this question about cyclocross racing, you might be like, oh, I want to be, you know, more of an eco-minded cyclocross racer. I might not win races, I might finish dead last. But I'm the person out there, people are like, that dude, that's a cool dude, or a cool dudette. You know, that person really cares. That person's a good person. Oh, they're vegan. Oh, I'm going to try I might eat a bit more vegan this week, you know. I might start picking up a bit of plastic off the beaches. Oh, you know. Things like that. So it depends what your goal is. If your goal is just to be the fastest beast out there, that's cool. That's very good. But, you know, they might feel a bit empty after a while. You're like, oh, that's the point. You know, what are we doing? What are we really doing? You know, I'm just a pro rider, you know, being paid to endorse, you know, frames made for $100, $200 and sold for $5,000. I'm just a pawn for these bankers. Yeah, I don't really feel, this doesn't feel spiritual enough for me. You know, I feel pretty empty. I'm just a replaceable pawn. These brands don't really care about me more than how much profit I can help them make off gullible people who think a carbon frame made in China for $200 mass produced is worth, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars because it's got an S-Works logo or whatever logo on it, you know. You might start to feel like, why am I risking my life for this? Maybe that's how Peter Sagan feels right now. Who knows? One can only speculate. So it's like that. It's, you know, so you start to deep dive down the rabbit hole, you know, and then you start to question, what's my life about, you know? And that sort of stuff makes you feel motivated to seek answers, to seek better direction for your life versus just be a mindless consumer or a mindless racer or whatever, just going for the motions, FTP, hemoglobin, etc. And all those things are fantastic. They teach us about life. But I'm just saying, eventually you get to a point where like, there's more to this than meets the eye. So, mental discipline. I don't really believe in discipline. I believe in foundation and direction. You know, when you know what your direction is, discipline is like tying your shoelaces up. You already got your shoes. You know where you're going. Discipline's like, oh, but I should probably tie my shoelaces up so I don't fall over. Right? Direction is what I like to focus on. What is your goal? Why are you here on the planet? If you don't know that, you need to take time out and find out that purpose. And I'll tell you what, I already know the answer. The reason you're here on the planet is to help the planet. To be a steward of the planet. That's why you're here. Us humans, man, we're pretty crazy. We're our worst enemy and our best friend. You know, we can help each other up, we can kill each other. That's, you know. And our brain, a lot of things we can create, we'll create the internet. What the heck is the internet? How cool is that? And how destructive is that? You know, so we've got this like yin-yang, you know, positive, negative thing going on here. And so I believe we're here to help the planet, you know. Planting fruit trees, eating fruit, eating plants, but we've created so many problems in the world. And now we've got so many solutions. And we've got the internet to share it. You know, it feels good being part of the solution versus part of the pollution. Versus being part of the problem. Being part of the solution to the social pollution of insanity. Eat more meat, cut down trees, cyclist sucks, blah, 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 blah. Crazy world, man. So that's for me, that's what keeps me going through all the hardships, the first world problems, the setbacks, is that direction. Why am I here on the planet? What's my life purpose? My life purpose is to spread the vegan hippie message, the carb the fuck up, whatever you want to call it, to help people get on bikes, reduce their carbon footprint, get a vasectomy, help the orphans. Just use your plastic bag another 5 times instead of chucking it in landfill today. You know, there's just so many things to work on out there. There's a cat in the umbrella out there. You know, like it's just yeah. Even we rescue these cats in the backyard. We caught them up, desexed them. You know, it's just like you can do always. There's always things to do. Right? Don't be overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, there's a lot of problems. I don't know where to start. Just start, and that gives you direction. And then we got direction. Discipline takes care of itself. Direction. You don't need discipline. Direction. Direction is like direction's the tree. It's the roots. You know, and discipline's like maybe you make up a few leaves or you pick a bit of fruit and you share it around. That's discipline. But direction's the roots. That's the tree. That's the seed. And you know, you're planting that and that grows. Direction's so important. And a lot of people walk around through life with no direction. And they try this. I do ayahuasca ceremony, or they go and do this. And I'm going to get steroids. I'm going to get big and swollen. You know, I'm going to be a tough man, or I'm going to be a fast person. I'm going to get a boob job and a Botox, and I'm going to be really hot and blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, cool, whatevs. But if you don't have direction in your life, all these things become distractions, and you become that hot person who feels totally crazy and just doing coke every weekend and just doing stupid stuff because they're just like, I want to feel some euphoria, and the only way I can do that is to spike my dopamine levels so high with drugs, because I can't really do that any other way, because I don't really know what direction life is other than to make money, play out chicks, and you know, do that every week. And that's going to be fun, but it's got to have more something in your life. Otherwise, people like that, they take themselves out, don't they? All the time. Hollywood celebrities. How many Hollywood celebrities out there addicted to Xannies, in rehab, in and out, and they're doing suicide, they're doing crazy stuff, speeding in cars, driving all dangerous, not careful they die or not. You know, self-harming, speeding in a car, that's self-harm. It's fun, I've done it, but it's self-harm. When you think about it, you think, geez, this is actually pretty dangerous. I'm not going to do this anymore. You know, I'm not going to self-harm no more. So, you know, these people out there lacking direction. And then they get into religion, and that opens up a whole can of peaches. But, you know, and for some people, that's really good. You know, that helps them, that gives them the direction. They just calm down. They're like, you know, I'm here to serve God and spread peace. That's fantastic. But also help the planet, help God's planet, you know. And God wants you to help the trees and the animals. Stop eating the meat. Things like that, like we just common sense stuff. So that's what keeps me disciplined, that having that direction. To answer your question in terms of staying on top of your motivation to train, sleep, water, sugar, blood volume, hormones, going to bed at the right time, getting a power meter and doing intervals just once a week, you know, feeling out fatigue and things like that. If that answers your question, let me know. If it didn't, we'll do a follow-up video. But that's how I stay motivated. I have life direction. Direction becomes passion and purpose. A life without passion and purpose, absolutely worthless. You're worth, find out what your purpose is, and I'll tell you what, it's here to help the planet. Might be you're a dancer or a stripper or an IT person or whatever. You know, use that, use your gifts, what you're good at, to spread the message, right? To get people inspired to also, but want to be inspired to help the planet. Right? Use that. Otherwise, you're going to walk through life massively depressed, getting involved with just low, shallow relationships and distractions and dopamine, fakeness and blah, 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 chasing your tail. You know, thinking, well, I've done my life, not much, just wasted it really. Right? It doesn't matter how old you are, if you watch this part of the video, you're meant to be here today. Go and do it.